Good morning, friends. If my phone falls down, do not be surprised because I don't have it in my actual phone holder. But yeah, we'll see. Good morning. I'm just gonna make sure I'm on my, almost knocked it down already. Anyways, I am gonna see if Cody can fix my ring light today because it's super wobbly. It's literally being held in by one screw and it needs 4, so it's wobbling all around. So I just have you guys kind of propped up at this not very good angle, but we're gonna make it work. So good morning. We're gonna get ready. I'll try not to do that 8 million times. I'm just trying to get it where it's gonna stay. But anyways, we're gonna use products that I normally don't really wear, or old stuff that I haven't worn in a long time, or new stuff, just stuff I basically don't ever use to get ready because I thought that would be a fun way to kind of switch it up. I did do this sunscreen, which I've been using every single day basically, and so that's not new. And then I of course did the Lumify eye drops before I got on, but I have a new cheek stain. I got this new lippy. These came from TikTok Shop, and then I have some old stuff that I either have never used or I've used it very little. So I just thought we could switch it up a little bit today. But yeah, good morning. Zuri and Carve both won their games yesterday. Zuri actually did get to go in a little bit, so that was nice because my grandma came up for it. Okay, this is the Celesti Tinted Glow and Prime Highlight. It's literally could be a highlighter or could be a primer. We're gonna use it underneath for kind of that glowy idea, hopefully, that glowy hydrated look. But yeah, anyways, I have a council meeting tonight, so is this the best day to play with makeup? Probably not. And see if I like it or why I haven't used it or if it's expired. Yeah, like I said, probably not. But the council's literally just a bunch of old men. The youngest one I think is 50. So obviously 50, not old, but my point being, I don't think they are gonna notice if my makeup looks really good or really bad. So it probably doesn't matter. It's just that it has to last well over 12 hours. But I really don't care that much, to be honest. Okay, how pretty is that? It just gives you such a pretty, glowy, it almost reminds me of, that glass skin look. Because it just has so much, I don't think shimmer is quite the right word, but, whatever. It reflects light. Maybe shimmer is the right word, but I feel it's more of a metallic-y than, a shimmer, if that makes sense. Hopefully I can see comments today. So far I can't see any, so love that when Facebook does that. But sometimes they start working halfway through a video, so we'll see. Anyways, Carve won his game. Actually, he had 2 games yesterday, which I didn't even realize until right before we got there. Because there was a 5th and 6th grade game and then a 7th and 8th grade game, and he plays in both. So yeah, he had 2 games. They only get a few, so we live in a small town, and normally the team is just, 5th through 8th, and so basically it would just be, the 7th and 8th graders get, the most playing time, and then the little kids get in, a little bit as they can. Carve actually gets quite a bit of playing time, and so do a couple of the other 6th graders, just considering it's football, But last night they had a 5th and 6th, so he got to play a ton in that, because obviously he's a 6th grader. And then they had a 7th and 8th grade game, and I don't even think, for some reason they were playing 8-man, and I don't even think we have enough boys to do just 7th and 8th for that. Maybe we do, but it would have been pretty tight, you know what I mean? So then Carp got to play in that one too, which was fun. But yeah, he had one pass I got on video that he was standing at the 30-yard line. I think that's what it's called, and it was a touchdown pass, so that was pretty cool. Okay, I'm sorry you have to be lower than me today. This is not an ideal angle. Okay, I don't even know if this foundation exists anymore, but it's the Satin Smoothing Foundation by Celeste. It smells like your grandma's makeup. Like, it definitely has that, like, scented makeup scent. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Obviously a little light, but we have some bronzer to use, so I'll darken it up. Not the best blending, but we already have it all over our face, so now we have to figure it out. We might just have to find a sponge. Some of this I think I'm going to use and remember, like, oh yeah, that's why I didn't use that very much. That's why I really don't talk about that. All of Celeste's makeup is SPF 15, but, or like SPF something, I mean, like it pretty much just all has SPF. But one thing I was looking at on Google, because for a while this summer I was putting primer on and then sunscreen, and I kind of thought, like, after I was doing that, I was like, man, you know what? I've never actually seen anyone do that, and I wonder if it doesn't work if you do that. So I Googled it, and it does say that SPF has to be applied directly to your skin. So I don't know if primer would be fine or if that would count as like a barrier. To me, it's probably at least a little bit of a barrier. So I don't know. SPF and makeup to me probably might have a little extra sun coverage, but if I gotta use like a softer, more powder type brush to try to finish blending this in. But anyways, to me, it probably doesn't work as good as just going in with SPF like right after your skincare, since it says it has to be applied directly to your skin to work. And I'm, like I said, I'm sure it still gives you some SPF, but all right, we're trying. We're making progress. This is like the worst video I've ever made. It's a horrible angle. Can't see comments. Can't get my foundation blended. What a fun day. At least I'm on early. That almost never happens. Okay. I think we can work with it with where it's at right now. This looks so bad when I do it like that, but in reality, it really doesn't look that bad. Now that we've got it pretty much blended in. At the end of the video, I'll like hold my phone up so you can see me at a normal angle. And hopefully my light will be fixed tomorrow. If not, I'm just gonna have to order a new one because I don't have time for that. You know what I mean? Okay. Not my favorite feel or smell, but we already got it on, so I guess we're rolling with it. Let's do a little bronzer because this is obviously a little too light. I don't really have an old bronzer, so I'm just going to go in with Cove, and these are new. This is Ofur's new cream bronzer. So let's go ahead and just add a little warmth back to our face, help our chest and our face match. Just all of that, add a little bit of shape back in. And yeah, I'm basically just going to do my cheeks and my forehead. And a little bit goes a long ways with this. So if you haven't bought this yet, I'll make sure to add a link for it. I didn't put one because I was only going to use like old products or new products that I basically haven't shown you guys. But we need something. So I'll add a link to it up in the description. If you haven't gotten it yet, just so you know, when you do, a little bit goes a long way. So you don't really need a lot. Like I literally dip it in and that's enough for like both sides. You know what I mean? So just keep that in mind when you get it. I would do concealer, but I'm just worried that it's going to get like way too cakey with this actual foundation that is kind of this different texture. And my nose is running. Sorry, guys. Okay, we're gonna let this kind of like warm up to the face and set before we do anything else. And let's go ahead and do our lips while we do that. I grabbed a couple of things for lips, but oh my gosh. I thought we could do this lip stain again. We did use this yesterday, but it was like the first and only time I've ever shown it to you guys. And like I said, I do have a council meeting tonight, so this is kind of a good option for that. Except for now I can't find it. Oh, here it is. But this time, yesterday I did my whole entire lip, and I really didn't like the way yesterday's makeup turned out. I like the outfit, but I wish I did like a different makeup, so might have to outfit repeat. I do that all the time. I'm just joking. And do it again with like a different makeup. I knew I had football and I didn't know how hot it was going to be, so I really didn't want to go in with like a super full coverage, like everything foundation when I knew I was going to be sitting outside in the afternoon, and I don't like sitting like with a full face of makeup, like heavier makeup, when I'm like super sweaty, you know what I mean? And I thought it was supposed to be like in the high 80s, which it actually was fine, but I thought if it does get up in like the 90, I'm gonna be hating that. So I just wanted to keep it like nice and light, but I totally could have went in with way more. I actually love this stuff. I just got it like not that long ago at all. That's why you guys have only seen me use it one time, I think, like yesterday. So this one is a yes. I have it linked as just lip stain. The bronzer, not new. That's a yes. This I've actually used in the summer quite a bit. I just haven't used it in a while, and I do love this, especially under like sheer skin, tinted moisturizer, something like where your real skin is like very much peeking through, like it's not a heavy coverage, you know, it's just very, very minimal, because I feel like you can really see the glow through this. This I will give to my nieces, not my favorite formula at all. Actually, I have a whole trunk for them to go to, 2 trunks, and I need them to go through my jewelry too. But like literally a lot of this stuff is just not even open, and I just have way too much. Okay, I did grab this. This was a Celeste eyeshadow, and I've used this once or twice. I think it's still available, but I'm not sure. Do you guys want to see this? I can't see comments, so I guess I can ask you and come back and look at the comments. Do you want to see this or liquid eyeshadow? And then me, I'm going to have to go with whatever my gut's telling me, because I can't see the comments. Oh shoot, I meant to grab, I had this brown eyeliner I took in my bathroom. I meant to grab that. Eye glaze or eyeshadow? I don't know what you guys are saying, because Facebook is being Facebook. So, which one do I do? I guess I could do both. This isn't really like an eyeshadow palette that you can do both with though. Okay, let's just go ahead and do something. I'm gonna wait till the very, very end to do any powder. Norlin, I actually can see your message, which is crazy because usually I can't. Yeah, let me try that. Okay, I just swiped left. She said, did you try swiping left and back right for comments? It's showing me the one comment that I did to make sure I was on the right page, and that's the only one I can see. Dang it. Well, it was worth a try. Thanks for the idea. Okay. Let's start with the gold, I guess. I literally don't have a plan with this at all. I'm just kind of going in and gonna make something up. Zuri didn't get home till like midnight or 1 a.m, I think it was. She texted me when they got home, which I was already in bed, but I'm like, oh my gosh. And they do have school today, so it's a good thing they don't have a ton of like middle of the week games, especially in college. They do a lot. I've noticed like one thing that is a lot different, or at least different compared to the high schools here. Maybe this is how it is in like different states with more, you know, teams or whatever. I accidentally just dipped the brown in here, so hopefully that doesn't mess it up. But they'll do like, it's almost like every weekend is kind of a tournament. I think just because it's all such a long drive. So they all, like a bunch of teams will go to the same school and then they'll play for 2 days. And they'll play like 1 to 2 games per day, but they just stay in the same place, you know? And the games just run one right after the other. So it's not like last night they just drove to one school and played like that one game. There's not very many like that, which to me I guess makes sense. When you're driving 5-6 hours, like you would kind of want to make your drive worth it. But yeah. Okay, let's maybe take a little of this brown. I wish I had that brown lip pencil in here, or eye pencil, but I don't. So I guess we're gonna go in with the shadow, and this is just kind of a flat brush. And I'm gonna kind of just go on maybe the outer corners and like smudge it. And maybe the inner corners. I think that could work. Kind of do like the 4 corners and just keep it light. That's why I'm using my finger to kind of like smudge it out. I didn't mean to do that little wing, but I guess we'll just make both sides match. Okay, so now I'm thinking a little of this green. Mostly just to use it, not because it's probably really going to add like that much to this look. I don't know if it will. Okay, let's go in with our little foundation brush. Just clean this up. I'm trying to see, like, I'm looking down, which is not the best angle for this. So I'm trying to look, like, straight on at myself and see. Maybe we should lighten it up just a little and see what we think. Like, just add a little of this over top of the gold. But we still want to keep the gold like peeking through. If anyone ever sees an old video of me after doing this and they're like, what did you do to your eyes? I'm going to be like, I have no idea. And it will definitely be 30 days after the video gets deleted from Facebook, of course. So we'll never be able to recreate this unless someone does it right away. If it even turns out good. Okay, I think we're going to stick with that for now until we get our mascara on, and then we'll kind of go from there, because I kind of need like to get my mascara on to see the rest of the look, you know what I mean? But let's go in with a little bit of this cheek stain. I actually love this. It was another TikTok shop find. And obviously today I have foundation on, but it is one of my favorite ways. I've used it like 3 or 4 times. It's gorgeous, 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 like directly on the skin on a no makeup day. But maybe you just want to like warm the skin up a little bit, add a little bit of, you know, lift and like just color to the face. Absolutely beautiful for that. So if you do love a no makeup or no foundation, you can wear it over foundation, as you can see. But if you love like a no makeup or a no foundation makeup, definitely this is really good. And I would say 10 out of 10, go grab it, because it is such a lightweight. It's like a water consistency. And it really is like just a stain. Like it doesn't even look like makeup. It doesn't feel like makeup because it's literally weightless. And it just adds like this beautiful little hint of like a flush to the cheeks. And you can also double it on your lips. So you're kind of getting like a 2-for-1 product. And see how easy it just blends right in. Even with this kind of crazy foundation we have on today. It's still blended right in. I swear it looks even better in person, which is kind of crazy, but yeah, it just blends so well. And this is the shade Cherry Rose, but they do have a bunch of other shades too that are a little bit more subtle if you want something like more of a lighter pinky color. So yeah, let's go ahead and peel this off because we're gonna do our setting spray. And I don't want to do powder until the very end. So I feel like if you do setting spray and then setting powder, for some reason that seems to be like the combo that like really locks that makeup in. Okay, so usually I don't really have to do this, but if I do like just the corners, I feel like sometimes it's not connected to the rest of the peel as good. So I just kind of do that to like wipe off any, like if I missed any, you know. I'm obviously going to put a lip over this. I guess that's not obvious, but until then, it is absolutely transfer proof and just such a pretty like liner. Obviously not that pretty at this angle, but it's so pretty. Like you can just top it with a clear gloss and it lasts all day. It's so good. But I got this new little, oh my gosh, I have like a tiny hair tickling me. Anyways, it's a glass tinted lip balm. So I think it's like a high shine, like almost like a lip mask or like a really good chapstick. Let's try it. This is my first time trying it, obviously. To Kobo. I'll have this linked up above. I have to make a video after here since it is from TikTok. But here's kind of the shape. It's like rounded. And this is the shade 013 Tangerine Red. Gosh. I can just feel that little hair. It's probably like a cat hair or something, because you know cat hairs are just like so fine. You like cannot find them. Okay, love that in general. Don't know if I love it with this eyeshadow, but if I was just wearing, like if I didn't do this eyeshadow and just this cheek and this lip, especially on like a no foundation or a no makeup day, would be perfection. They are like a perfect match. Okay, let's go ahead and set before we do powder and then mascara, and basically we just have to hope it comes together at this point. Since I got my Ophir refill, why is that hard to say? I've been pretty much using the Everset setting spray. I love it. It's so good. Like, you guys don't even need me to tell you that. But this is a fun, cheaper option. It's the Dewy Glaze setting spray, and it's part of the Ulta Beauty brand, so it's like a cheaper knockoff brand. If you're buying Ulta and you want one. The only thing I will say, it does melt the makeup in. It gives a really pretty glow. And I find this with a few of the cheaper ones, and this one as well, is sometimes the mist is a little bit heavier, where it's like thicker bits of the liquid, and it will sometimes leave like little splotches in your makeup, so that would be my only complaint. Otherwise, it does melt the makeup in and give it a really pretty hydrated look. So fun talking to myself. If you guys do have questions, I'll come back and I'll obviously answer them just by like replying to your comments or whatever. I can't wait to not to be back at this angle and not this one. Wow. I just don't know if I can do that. And I'm dropping stuff. My nieces need to hurry up and get to my house. They're not coming today, obviously, but they need to come visit Auntie soon because she has some cleaning out to do. My light's like, maybe I can offset it. No. I'm gonna have Cody hopefully fix it today if he can figure out how to get a screw in there. I told you guys yesterday about this, but if you weren't on, there's these two like knobs that you can use to adjust the tightness of something. And where my light screws into the tripod, there is like 4 screws, but those little knobs are like right in the way. Like you can't even get to it. So I'm like, okay. And 3 of the 4 have fallen out and one's like halfway in. So I'm like, that's really nice. So anyways, it's like super wobbly, which is why I have my phone in it. And these lights are kind of expensive, like 100, 140, 80. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, yes, you're getting the tripod with them, but it's not like they're, like, cheap. And I had a Neewer ring light forever. Their lights are so good. I think they're the best, but I don't know. I was a little disappointed with, like, this particular setup because the thing that holds my phone, like, the opens and closes, that broke. I had to replace it. 3 of these 4 screws have somehow fallen out, I guess just from me adjusting it, which that's the point of the tripod, is to be able to move it up and down. And then, I don't know, it's just like kind of wobbly because it has a thing where you can like bend it up and down, which is cool, but it's just not for like $140 or $20, whatever it was. I'm like, I don't know. And it's just not that like groundbreaking. Okay, I forgot to put a link for this. Actually, I'm going to use the Celeste one. I'm going to use the Celeste setting powder. This is just a translucent loose powder. Already spilled some. Nothing really revolutionary, but I actually do really like the setting powder. I haven't used it in a long time just because I guess I've just been using other stuff, but I actually do really like this one. So just in case you're kind of new to like setting powder or anything like that and you don't exactly know like how it works, it's not right up the nose. This is like so finely milled. So you might inhale some, but it's going to be so pretty and like flawless looking on the skin. Anyways, setting powder is not going to add coverage, especially obviously a translucent one. What it does is it blurs texture and sets the makeup. So it's going to set and mattify the makeup. It's going to help it last longer. And then it's going to blur texture. So fine lines, big pores, things like that. All right, we're going to dust this off. I don't really feel like I need to like full on bake, but I do want to set it. And then you just want to make sure to like fully dust it because you don't want like a white powder on your face. Oh my nose. I feel like the hair is gonna have to save this look today. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. Is that gonna happen? Probably not. Probably not. I'm definitely gonna dry it. I want to use the new blow dryer, which I love. I shared a video of it last night and I've linked it a couple times on my page if you haven't seen it. But Lange launched this new blow dryer that's a TikTok shop exclusive. And so my understanding is that that means it's only available on TikTok shop, which stinks because I obviously talk to you guys way more than TikTok. I know I have a few of you guys on TikTok, but I don't know. I'm not that good at TikTok, and like, I just feel like Facebook is like so much easier, especially for us old-timey folks to shop and just everything. So yeah, that would be nice, but I've been trying to share it over here with the link to TikTok so you guys can grab it if you want to. But anyways, it's just so good. So I'm gonna use that for sure, and that'll leave my hair like super straight and stuff. So I don't know if I'll end up also fixing it where, you know, like maybe I'll wave it or something to add a little spice to this look. But I also don't have any of my jewelry on, so I kind of got to get that on. I just wanted to do my makeup first since I didn't really know where this day was going to take us. Okay, I'm going to use a brown mascara, which I also like never do. Actually, I feel like brown mascara is kind of hard to find. Like, harder than you would think. Considering I feel like it's been around forever and it's really not, like, you know, that crazy. Like, a ton of people love brown mascara and wear it. But yeah, Celestia does have one, or at least they used to. Flash Lash in shade Mocha Brown. So we're going to try that. For the sake of, again, using stuff I never use or that's new. This one I've had for a while. And actually I like it. I just like never use it. I don't know why. But I don't mind brown mascara. I guess I'm just like used to black. I buy black. I don't really think that much about brown mascara. But whenever I randomly somehow come about it and end up putting it on, I actually do like it. What about you guys? Are you brown mascara or black mascara? Or no mascara? I won't be able to see until after, FYI. I don't know if Facebook knows this, but like, the whole point of going live instead of just like making a video, because I can make a recorded video 10 times better than a live, you know what I mean? Because I can edit out anything that's like irrelevant. I can zoom in on certain spots that I need to. The quality is going to be way clearer because I'm going to use my back camera, which for some reason is just way better. On top of like when you're streaming and you need like a live connection, that makes your quality not as like clear and stuff. So yeah, I don't know if they know the whole point of a live and sacrificing like all of the things that make your video way better is being able to, you know, interact with each other, but apparently Facebook doesn't care. So here we are. But what are you guys up to today? Let me know. I won't be able to see it until after, but I actually do love to see. Yeah, not a whole lot on the docket for me today as far as like fun stuff. I am going to do a crock pot dinner, and I'm going to do chicken and gravy, like chicken gravy over mashed potatoes. I don't do a ton of chicken because, I don't know, it's just we always have like beef or elk or whatever. So we don't really eat a lot of chicken, which I don't have anything against it. I will say chicken can gross me out like really fast sometimes. But my older boy was like kind of craving chicken this weekend, so I got like a big pack of it. I don't know, it had like, they were like half breasts, but it had like 10 stacked on top of each other, or 8, I think, stacked on top of each other. Anyways, I made chicken parmesan. That was not a hit. 100% probably the chef's doing. I guarantee they would love it if it was at like Olive Garden or something. And I really didn't love it either. So I'm not sure what I did. The chicken wasn't thin enough, I don't think. And then, I don't know. It just like, it wasn't bad. Like I ate it and it tastes like chicken parmesan, but it just wasn't like good. You know what I mean? And sometimes that just happens. So anyways, since I had that big pack of chicken, I have the other 8 in the fridge that I need to use. And so I feel like 2 really easy chicken things if you like crock pot meals is chicken gravy. You can just throw it in all day and then you just make mashed potatoes, bagged, fresh, doesn't matter, and pour it over top, and it's like a good, what do they call that? Like a home good meal? No. You guys know what I'm saying. Like, just one of those, like a comfort meal. And then you can just make a side of like corn or green beans or whatever to go with it. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes I don't even make a side if I'm being lazy. But then another good idea that I don't do that much, because again, we're not like a huge chicken family, but usually if I have chicken, I will do this at least like once, is tacos. So I just put a bunch of chicken in the tacos, and I'll even use like the frozen breasts from like Walmart that are in a bag, and like they're probably not that good if you just like went and cooked them, but like this, they're perfect. So I just throw like 4 or 5 chicken breasts, maybe 6 depending how many people I have, in a crock pot, and then dump some salsa in there and some taco seasoning. I always just buy like the big taco seasonings from like Costco because I feel like they last way longer and it's probably cheaper than having to buy those individual packets, but I mean, you could do either one. I'm just saying I don't have like an exact measurement. I probably use like maybe a half cup or a cup of salsa, and then I just dump some seasoning in there. Just let it cook on low all day, or you could do high for like half a day, and then shred it with 2 forks, and there's your chicken for chicken tacos. So easy. This mascara, or I don't think it's the mascara, I think it's this eyelash is not cooperating. So yeah, there's 2 ideas. I don't know, I'm like trying to make dinner every night, and I feel like I am kind of like running out of ideas. At least for stuff that's like easy and that our store has the ingredients to. But I made quite a few recipes this week. Last night, Carb's been really wanting biscuits and gravy, and even though we did have that game and got home at like 7, I was like, that would be a good night for that because it takes like 15 minutes to make, you know? So that's what we have. And then tonight I'm going to do the crockpot meal since I have a meeting. I might throw on a coat of black mascara. Okay, this is our makeup look. It's giving nothing. But maybe we can do some hair and that'll make like it better. I'm sorry you wasted probably an hour of your life watching this. Anyways, I don't know what I'm going to make tomorrow. I'm kind of like running out of ideas. And also, once you cook dinner like so many nights in a row, you kind of, at least I do, like I get to like that 5th or 6th night and I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I can't do this 3, 6, 5, you know what I mean? So then that might be like a pizza night, leftovers, ramen, whatever. Whatever the case may be. But if you guys have any like easy kind of go-to family recipes that, I don't know, you guys just really like, and would you put them below? Because I'm always looking for those kind of like meals. And yeah, I'm not like picky really. Another meal while I try to salvage this makeup look with a little extra mascara that we love, and it would depend like if you like Asian food or like cabbage, but we love egg roll in a bowl, and it's so easy, you guys. You take a pound or 2 of burger, whatever you like. I think ours are like 1.5 pound packs because they look bigger than the pounds at the store. But anyways, a pound of burger of your choice, whatever kind of burger, and just cook it like ground burger like normal. And then you're gonna add in a bag of coleslaw. I like the one that's already shredded, but you could also chop up cabbage if you wanted to. A bag of coleslaw, and then I just do a bunch of seasonings like whatever I have. Ginger, soy sauce, oyster sauce, like a tiny bit of that. Garlic, onion powder, whatever, just season it up. And then that's it, and you just put it over rice. It's so easy. And actually, everybody likes it at my house. I usually top mine with cheese, and then I'll make an over easy egg, and we'll put that over the top. If you're egg people, but I know not everybody is. But we pretty much, other than Zuri, she doesn't like eggs with like yolk in the middle. She only likes scrambled eggs. We all have it with an egg, so there's another easy idea. Okay, well, you know what? Maybe there's a reason we don't use this makeup that much. I'm just kidding. I mean, it's not the worst, but it's just not really like groundbreaking. Okay, anyways, Monday morning I have a live with Banana White. I've kind of worked with them for a while, not really though. Like, I've just barely like signed up with them and then not really done anything, but they're gonna let me do a Facebook Live and a special giveaway. So I don't think, like I said, this is my first video with them, so bear with me, but it's not like a full-on giveaway, I don't think, but if you order during that live, they're gonna give you a free lip scrub and one other thing, and it's like teeth whitening stuff. So just giving you a heads up in case you are looking at some Crest White strips, or I don't know, you're going to be buying tooth whitener soon, wait until Monday, because then you can get that free lip scrub. And there was two things. I only remember the lip scrub though. But you can get that for free, and then a special discount too. So yeah, anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow, and then Monday we'll have that live giveaway, or live whatever you want to call it. But here's today's makeup. I'm gonna go try to salvage it with some hair. See what we can do. Bye, girls.